Josh, you guys knew they were going to come out hungry and kind of be looking for that bounce back game. What did you feel from them in the opening moments, and then particularly coming out of halftime?
Yeah, I think we started all right. That wasn't a problem for the game. I mean, first half it was tied up at the break. I think they made some tough shots. Kawhi obviously was hot early on. I think for the most part we did a good job on him. He hit a lot of tough shots. I don't think he missed many for the game, but I think overall our defense was all right. But the back end of that third quarter, I think, we collapsed too much. We were, Kawhi, he drew so much attention, and guys were getting sucked into it. They were spraying out, hitting threes. So when they made that run, we had to, put a stop to that, at the start of the fourth. But they blew it. They blew the game open. And once we were down, 20 points with, minutes to go, the game was out of reach. But I think first half was all right. But second half, there's a lot of things we could have cleaned up.
It's been like a little bit lower scoring against this team the last couple of games. What makes them such a challenge to score on?
They're a very long defense. When they go small, they're very switchable. They switch 1 through 5, which can be tough for offense to score against. As I said, they got length everywhere. Batum, when he picks up the ball, I think very underrated defender. He stays in front of it. He's got long arms. Zubac, rim protector. So they got a lot of different weapons they can use. Obviously, Kawhi, has their defense. So they got switchable lineups. Tough team to score against. They rotate well. They communicate. But I think we had to, get out and run a little bit more than what we did tonight. That's our advantage as a young team, especially, 2 games in 3 days. We've got to use that to our advantage. We had to force turnovers, force misses, get it off the break and start running. But didn't do that enough tonight. And when you get bogged down in the half court against a talented team like that, it's hard to trade baskets and win a game against a team like that.
Sorry.
No, you got it.
It seemed like one advantage you guys did have was being able to clean up the offensive boards. You had 3, Jeremiah had 3. The offensive glass seemed to be an area where you guys were able to thrive. Just how beneficial was that for you guys throughout the game, just to try to stay in it as much as you could?
Yeah, those plays are big for us. Anytime you can get an extra possession, it's important. And I think we came up with a few offensive rebounds, but we didn't execute as well as we should have, on those boards. I think we sprayed up some early shots. Credit to the guys. We crashed hard, but it's been a point of emphasis that we spoke about, recently. Just getting back to that, I think when we do that, especially with a small ball lineup, even if there's a guy in the backcourt, we have 4 guys that can switch when they're pushing in transition. So. Especially when we go small, just emphasizing crashing the boards. And I think, when we do that, it gives ourselves second chances to score. And, if not, it doesn't have to be a shot immediately. You can back it up, get another set round. So just generates extra possessions, generates energy. And when we're doing that, I think our offense flows a bit better.
How nice is it that you guys get to come back immediately tomorrow and just try to wash this taste out of your mouth?
Yeah, it's great. It's a great thing about back-to-back, especially after a night like tonight. It doesn't go our way. How we had planned coming in. We didn't execute the way we should have. But the good thing is, 24 hours from now, we get to go again against another good team. So we'll put this one in the past, wake up tomorrow, and get ready for LA tomorrow.
And Josh, without Paul George, does it seem like they played with a faster pace today than they did on Tuesday?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, a lot of the ball was in, Kawhi PG's hands. And without PG in there, Ross got it. He was pushing the break, off missed shots. Terrence Mann gave them a lot of energy off that bench. So, obviously, their main 2 guys are going to have the ball in their hands a lot. But, we had to do a better job of getting back in transition, forcing Kawhi to play in crowds, which I think we did for a bit. Obviously, an elite shot maker. He made some tough ones tonight. But, we just got sucked in too much, and he was able to find open guys. And once other guys started getting involved, they blew the game wide open.
Your last 30 games, you've shot over 50% in 21 of them. What's allowed you maybe over the last couple months to just be more efficient as a scorer?
Yeah, just taking the right ones, not forcing things, understanding that where your shots come from within the offense and within the flow of a game. I think those times earlier in the season where I felt like I had to inject myself because maybe the first quarter wasn't great or the second quarter wasn't great. But now just finding a rhythm within the team. I'm not breaking outside of that. So I think just taking the right ones, taking them confidently, and I think percentages will gradually rise over time. But yeah, just taking the right ones.
I was going through your
your shooting percentages from your rookie year to this year, and I noticed that you pretty much completely cut out pull-up threes out of your game. I was just wondering why that is, and just generally, can you take me through your three-point evolution?
Yeah. Well, last year I think I shot more threes last year than I did this year, and I think we kind of went over in the offseason, what was efficient, what wasn't, and for me, that just wasn't an efficient shot. So. Any smart player would. You're not going to keep taking shots that aren't good for the team. So just understanding that the shots that I take, they're going to benefit, everybody around me. So, understanding that that's not, particularly my game, shooting, pull-up threes. So taking the wide open ones, taking the right ones, and continuing to, shoot it confidently. Obviously the coaches, players have trusted me to take the right ones, but as I said, my game isn't predicated on knocking down deep threes or anything like that. But when it gets sprayed out, being ready to catch and shoot.
Anybody else? Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, guys.